Hello everybody and welcome to Wosnice episode 10. Now unfortunately, I have some bad news. I lost an entire episode's worth of recording. Why? Well, the video was corrupted and I was unable to recover the footage. Fortunately though, I made a few notes. In our lost footage, we harvested our barley field and we also mowed our grass field for a second time. I also sold a few egg pallets for a bit of income, and I purchased myself a bucket for the wheel loader, which is convenient because today we're gonna have to harvest our sugar beets. We also fertilized our fields and we fed our chicken. Whatever leftover sorghum we sold for a bit of money. So that quickly sums up what was lost in footage. Now today we have a couple of tasks at hand. We have our soybean field number 28, which is ready to be harvested. And we also have our sugar beets field in 98 that's also ready to be harvested. If time permits, I would like to cultivate field 30 and get it ready for the next sowing. The first task on our agenda will be harvesting our soybeans. Since we have a limit of 2 rentals, I'm going to have to return this machine before I can actually rent the equipment I need to harvest the sugar beets. Hopefully by the time I reach the soybean field, the sun will have come up because it's pretty dark and it's hard to see where I'm going. Now you may be wondering why my HUD is so much bigger than it usually is. Well, the answer is simple. I'm playing on a much smaller screen. So to be able to see my HUD, I had to make it much bigger. Now as we can see, it's raining a lot right now and I don't want to waste precious yield. But I don't know when the rain is gonna end. So let's have a look at the weather. So the sky should be clearing around 10, which gives us time to focus on other tasks. At least the harvester is already in position, so as soon as it stops raining, we'll be able to jump on in. So this seems like a perfect opportunity to cultivate our field, since we can't get the harvesting done right now. So let's just hook up the cultivator. So I'll line this up here, back it up. And we'll attach the cultivator. There we go. The field is right across the street, so I can just drive there. We don't need to jump cut or fast forward. Not a lot of traffic here today, which is rare, but I'll take it. So we'll unfold our cultivator and we will get this field done. This job shouldn't take any time at all. The Lambo is usually pretty fast with the cultivator. So I will see you once the job is done. And voila, just as I said, this was a super quick task, nothing complicated here. Now I'm just gonna check the status of this field. I should have checked that before cultivating because I usually like to lime before cultivating, but I doubt it's due for some lime. It needs rolling, but I don't have a roller, unfortunately, and weeds are growing. So I could use the weeder before I even seed. Interesting. It's still raining, so it's not like there's any urgency. But I might as well seed this field before I do the weeding. It's only logical. I will drop off the cultivator here. I'll attach the seeder and I will go and plant some sorghum. Because we did make a nice profit off of our last sorghum harvest. Plus it can be used to feed our chickens. So it's a 2 for 1. Okay, so I have sorghum selected. Yeah, I have more than enough seed. So let's get this show on the road. This rain is really not letting up. At this rate, we'll have completed every stages of this field before it stops raining. So anyway, there's the seeding done. I can go and bring back the seeder, and I will attach the fertilizer spreader to our Kubota tractor. I think the fertilizer spreader may need to be filled up. If I recall correctly, I had emptied it last time, but we'll confirm that in just a second. So let's pop this off in here. There we go. Lower this down and drop it off. Now the reason I'm switching to the Kubota is simply, well, to maintain this tractor a bit. I mean, it's in dire need of repairs, and I'm in dire need of funding. So let's not waste money. This tractor here is in good condition, so I might as well make good use of it. So let's attach the fertilizer spreader. Oh, okay, no. So this has way more than enough to get the job done. Let's just adjust the working width here. I think 30 meters ought to do it. So let's go to our field. We'll apply our first layer of fertilizer. And if the rain hasn't stopped by then, we'll be able to get the weeding done today. Or it'll just go to tomorrow. We'll see. So let's get this job on the road. And it's already done. That only took a few seconds. So let's bring this back. And the rain should be stopping in about 20 in-game minutes, give or take. There's always a little margin of error. Might stop before, might stop later. But in any case, I'll attach the weeder to the Kubota tractor. So I will drop off the fertilizer spreader in our shed, and I will attach our required machine, which is right here on the far end. And there we go. So let's go right back to our field and get yet another stage of this job done. So let's unfold this machine here. We will lower it, and I will see you shortly. Well, it's a bit past 10 and it's still raining, so let's just have another look at the weather, see if it's gonna stop anytime soon, because we've completed our task. Well, speak of the devil, it seems to be the rain seems to be stopping. That's very, very convenient. Good timing. So it was just as I planned. I couldn't have asked for better. So let's go drop off this weeder, hook up the trailer. So before we start harvesting our soybean field, I will drop off whatever wheat I can in the chicken enclosure. And since I don't have a grain silo yet, I'm gonna go sell whatever's left in the trailer. It shouldn't be too much. There's not much in there. I said wheat, but I meant barley. I got 4,000 liters of barley. Now I think the chickens can take another 2,000 in here. We'll find out soon enough. So it'll be an extra bit of money. Not too much though, barley ain't worth that much money, but every little bit helps. So let's just back up here, block traffic, and let's feed the chickens. while this is emptying out, let's see where we can get the best price for barley. It would be the grain elevator. So we have an extra 2,000 liters, give or take, almost 3,000. So we'll go sell this off. It'll be a nice bit of extra income, not too much. Get out of the way, deer. Man, these deers, they're crazy. Running all over the place. Anyway, so let's go drop this off. Alright, so let's find out how much money we're gonna make off this tiny bit of barley. Like I said, every bit helps. I'm gonna take it. I'm not gonna spit on it. That would be ridiculous. Yeah, as predicted, not much. $5,400, but $5,400 is better than nothing at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the Kubota tractor with the trailer here, because I am playing with crop destructions enabled, and I have nowhere to park the tractor until I harvest at least a row or two. So let's hop into our harvester and let's get this started. Go. Almost 3,000 liters of soybeans. This will be a nice payout. Let's go get the Kubota tractor and bring it around. Okay, so let's empty out the combine harvester into our trailer, and while it's doing that, I'm just gonna have a quick peek and see where the soybean is at price-wise right now. Okay, so November is definitely a terrible time to sell the soybeans. Like, incredibly bad. I mean, I would be getting 2 grand per 1,000 liters when I can get almost 6,500 if I wait at the right time of year. Right now, they would give me a little over 3,500. Yeah, definitely not worth it. I would have to store this somewhere somehow, but I will need the trailer for the sugar beets. This is quite the conundrum. So I figured out a solution to our problem, but it will require me to move around a few things, and it won't be optimal, but at the same time, I don't want to be wasting away precious income by selling at the wrong time of year. It's not like I'm broke and absolutely need money right away. So here's the plan. Let's take out the mower from the garage. Let's just drop this here. Unfortunately, my Lambo and my Kubota and my wheel loader, they will have to be outside for a bit, because I will be dumping out the grain in the garage. That way it's covered. So we'll just take out the pallet from the garage using the wheel loader. So I'll just leave this right next to the house. Not a very logical place for herbicide, but I mean, there's not much else I can do with it. I don't have a lot of space, so I just have to make do with what I got. So let's just drop this off here. There we go, like so. I'll park the wheel loader right here, why not? And now let's back up the tractor, the trailer, into the garage and empty out our soybeans. Luckily we already own a bucket, so we'll be able to pick it up easily. Alright, so let's just center this nicely. That way it's not a big pile going everywhere. And let's unload. Wow, that's a very, very small pile. I was actually expecting much bigger than this. But whatever, so be it. Now before renting the equipment we're gonna need for our sugar beets, I have to return the harvester. So let's get this returned. There we go. That way I'm respecting the maximum of 2 items. So what we're gonna rent is the same equipment we rented last time. I think it went pretty well. Except this time, our wheel loader has a much bigger shovel. So we'll be able to get the job done much quicker. So let's rent this. Not even $1,000. Perfect. And let's rent this. There we go. Perfect. So let's leave the trailer here. And I won't be needing the front weight neither, so I will leave it off by the side here, and I will go get our rental machines at the dealership. So let's attach the home topper to the front, or should I call it the Score 1, since that's what it's called. There we go, Lizard Score 1. So logically it's the first piece you want to attach. And let's hook up this to the back. Score 2. Makes sense. So let's go to our field and let the fun begin. I'm expecting a pretty decent yield out of this field. Our yield bonus is at 95%. It's 100% fertilized, no weeds. Basically, I should have mulched the field and rolled it, and I would have been at 100%. But I don't have a mulcher and I don't have a roller, so I can cope with the missing 5%. And now it's time to get to work. And there we go. We've successfully harvested our sugar beets. So now, basically, I'm gonna grab the wheel loader and I will come and scoop up all the sugar beets and put them in a nice pile, which I'll then load up into the trailer. So let's go get our wheel loader. So we're just gonna take the forks off and attach the bucket. Now this will be a pretty fast job compared to last time. We had rented a front loader with a maximum capacity of 1,000 liters. Plus the front loader we had rented was very small and was always tipping off the ground when it was fully loaded with sugar beets. Now I'm expecting this to lift 2,000 liters of sugar beets instead of 1,000 liters and not tip over all over the place. So the job should be relatively quick. So let's start scooping and piling. Alright, one last scoop should do it. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the wheel loader in the field. The sugar beet doesn't need to be picked up today. It can stay here for now. Besides, I don't think the November is the best time to sell sugar beets, but I'm just gonna confirm. So January is the best time to sell sugar beets, so for now they can stay in the field. Now realistically, I would cover these up, but in FS, it's fine. We don't really mind. It's not going to change anything. So let's bring the Kubota back to our farm. The wheel loader will stay here until the next episode. So I'm going to attach the Kubota M7 to our trailer. That way next time it'll be ready to go. I'll just back this up in the shed. And I think there's enough room for me to put the Lambo next to the heap of soybeans. So there we go. This isn't optimal, but it'll have to do for now. On that note, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Any comments or feedback are appreciated. And until next time, bye-bye.